movies aren't faithful to the comics. The movie starts with a quote from De Vermi Mystery. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it.
No, he
In the
doesn't have
coldest
shoulders.
regions of space, the monstrous entities
What was the
Ogru
problem to
Jahad,
find
the
actor
seven gods of
without
chaos,
shoulders?
slumber in their crystal prison, waiting to reclaim Earth and burn the heavens. Ogru Jahad in Mike Mignola's Hellboy universe is the ultimate antagonist. It's this dragon
could
of seven
believers
that's destined
and
to one day bring
Orthodox
about Ragnarok
could
or the end
be
of the world? In this
fan
universe,
of
Ragnarok
Hellboy?
is 2 words, not like in Norse mythology. I don't think there's a moment in the comics when Hellboy ever directly fights one of these dragon monsters. They kind of like just linger there as a warning of what might happen to the world if things aren't done to prevent them from coming. We see Nazis gather in the dark to perform a ritual with sci-fi tech to open a doorway for this Lovecraftian dragon entity to rain chaos on the world. I guess they suspect that it'll pity them and spare them. Good plan,
If Hellboy
morons. They
fight
don't
with
actually say
Nazis,
this,
it's
but
mean
it's
Nazis
still
are
pretty
saint?
ridiculous. I think Rasputin is just a crazy person who wants to unleash these dragons onto the world. My question is, why are the other Nazis following his lead? Maybe they don't know like the ultimate plan. I think they're just convinced that he's going to like make their rule easier by bringing these godlike dragons down out of the heavens or something. These are the epic Nazis, by the way. They've got the dragon sigil with their swastikas. Anyway,
Dragon
thankfully
Nazi,
for
it's
them
master.
and everyone else on Earth, they fail because the Americans arrive to stop
just
them. One
master.
of the Nazis has epic blades that protrude from his arms, like Baraka from Mortal Kombat. One of the main baddies, named Grigory Rasputin, is killed by
Master
getting
was
sucked into
exposed.
the portal, but then he's regenerated by Nazis. In the comic Seed of Destruction, Rasputin and the Nazis are many miles north of Broom and the US troops. Professor Broom is like Hellboy's guardian. He raised him. He's the one that found him when he initially arrived at Earth. In the comics, the Nazis' experiment or ritual just summoned Hellboy where the US troops were located. There wasn't a fight at all, but I get why Guillermo put this fight in the movie because it makes it more entertaining. I should also note that Grigory Rasputin is named after a Russian mystic of the same name that existed in the late 18 and early 1900s. He was given the
Rasputin
name
really
Rasputin because
existed?
of his degenerate and promiscuous behavior as a young adult. The word Rasputin means debauched one in Russian. He went on to become affiliated with religious and occult groups. He did prove himself to have healing capabilities, I guess, or so people thought, and eventually he had the imperial family under his thumb. You can think of him like
Guys,
the evil
Rasputin
Russian
really
Jesus. He was a
existed.
narcissistic, sexual deviant who ruled as a monarch for a while before being killed by being shot and thrown into a lake. A part of his history that Mignola actually uses for his backstory in the comics, only extending his life after his actual death in a paranormal way. At some point, the aptly named Baby Hellboy, or Hellbaby, is found by a man named Trevor Bruttenholm. His last name is pronounced Broom, though. He entices Hellboy with a Baby Ruth candy bar after men